Should a guy pay on the first date? What it is, y'all? Hey, look, it's KB.
No, I'm just playing.
We got a little mukbang for y'all, but it's gonna be a mukbang / questions.
Asking my girlfriend questions that guys are too afraid to ask. You're asking me questions.
And she gonna be asking me questions too. It ain't just gonna be one-sided. Well, we're eating tropical smoothie.
All right, I got the chicken chipotle flatbread with peppers instead of tomatoes. I got the Miss Vicky's barbecue chips, and I got the mango berry Cosmo smoothie.
I basically got the same thing, but I don't have any red peppers or anything on there. I have different chips, of course, jalapeno.
Already eating.
I killed these things. These ain't all that good. I really prefer Doritos.
Oh,
we had to do it. We had to do it. And then for my smoothie, I have a kiwi quencher smoothie. How should a guy approach a girl? That's very simple.
That is simple. It should be smooth. Definitely don't come off like too aggressive. Maybe just say like, hey, how are you today? Or like, hey, you look good. Or like, I don't know.
Hey, you look good is acceptable?
Hey, you
look good, girl?
That's catcalling.
Exactly. You just said that was acceptable.
But you have to come up and talk to her. You have to come up and create a conversation. Or I guess you could say, hey, what's your name? I don't know. Honestly, talking to girls is weird to me. Don't be creepy. Just come up. Hey, how are you? My name is blah, blah, blah. Nice to meet you.
Should a guy pay on the first date?
Yes. If you ask me out on a date, you should pay for the date.
So a girl asks a guy on a date, she should pay?
I don't think it's
absolutely. Oh! What? Heck yes, you better pay, bro. If you ask me out, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might still pay for the meal. Knowing me, I probably still pay for the meal, but I feel like you should go into that situation as a girl expecting to pay for the meal.
On the first date?
Right.
If you
no, hold on. Let me say this. If a girl asks you out on a date first.
What girl is asking a guy out on a date?
Some girls out there have asked guys on dates. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But as a girl, if you ask him out on a date, I feel like it's okay for you to pay.
Yeah, I asked you if you want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So I should be okay paying.
Be okay paying. Now, if he doesn't pay for it, he shouldn't be judged for it. Now, if he does pay for it.
But if a guy asks a girl out on a first date, he should pay for the date. Absolutely. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
For real, for real. Alright, so since we asked the two beginning questions, what should a first date look like, in your opinion? Like,
dinner.
Something casual?
Yeah, I don't think a first date should be really, I mean, I think it also depends on how old you are, like your economic status and things like that.
All that definitely matters.
Because in college, a first date looks completely different than like in your 20s what a first date should be. Because in college, we were broke. But granted, our first date, Carlos still took me to Olive Garden. But before that, we kind of hung out in the library, which was kind of like a study date, even though...
What was it, in Sovi? For all y'all don't know what Sovi is, that's student dining at UNC Charlotte. We was having Sovi date, Crown, no, it was Crown.
We ate Crown.
It was Crown
I like
date.
Crown more. Yeah, I was about to say it was definitely Crown. Sovi was pretty decent for certain things, but Crown had better desserts. We definitely did Crown and Sovi. So I think it depends on like how much money you currently have, how old you are, and things like that. But for the most part, I don't think a first date should be super expensive. And unpopular opinion, maybe, I don't think you should go see a movie on the first date. You can't talk to each other. Like, you can't get to know each other at all on the first date. How can you figure out if you don't like a person or not if you're not speaking? Like, I need to hear what you're saying so I can know, like, okay, I'll talk to you after this, or red flags.
Yeah, there's a few steps you gotta hit before you can hit a movie. Because that's when you're already established. I feel movies are definitely less social.
Yeah.
You're focusing on the screen. You're not really focusing on the person that's beside
Like,
you.
that's also, like, young, too.
Yeah.
Like, going to the movies for a first date. Because your parents don't know.
Sound like some middle school.
Girl, ever ask a guy out first?
Yeah, why not? Shoot, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think people who think like the guy has to always be the initiator or whatever you want to call it, that's old school, bro. We passed those days. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about the situation. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I feel like a lot of guys, they don't like it because they feel like they're being demasculinized in a sense. And if you feel like that, I understand it. I'm not that way, but don't be like that, because you're narrowing down your options at that point. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I'm telling you right now, it's not how I go down.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Should the bills be split 50-50, or should the person who makes the more money pay more bills?
So,
I'm not asking you.
I would say it depends. For example, if I'm making significantly more money in the relationship and I decide to take on more bills, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But splitting it 50-50 is more logical at this point in life, because as far as financially, neither one of us are making a crazy amount of money. So splitting it halfway, it just evens the playing field, evens the relationship out. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just how we get down.
Okay.
It's been working so far, so shit. Whenever we get to that point in life where shit, I'm making millions or you making millions, it might be you that make millions. That's not, you know what I'm saying? No,
So that actually leads into my next question. Do you feel that the man should be the sole breadwinner or provider?
No.
Okay. So how would you feel if the woman was the sole breadwinner of the family? Would you feel like less of a man?
Would I feel like less of a man? No. I feel like it motivates me more to get on my grind. If anything, you should use that as inspiration towards yourself than to use it as she's more powerful because of her income. It's not that simple.
No.
It's not that simple. If you're using that in any other way than motivating yourself, it's being selfish. Yeah, I'm a very selfless person.
Like me. I don't like to cook, but I be trying to help.
Yeah, cooking is definitely yeah. It's one of those things where it takes time, and you don't have much time right now. I work from home, so my schedule is a lot more free than hers, I guess you could say. I'm a lot more available at home, so I cook. It's just one of those things where you gotta adjust, but we have to adjust. I pick up the slack where it needs to be. You pick up the slack where it needs to be. Point blank, period. Wherever, it don't matter what the chore is. Maybe it's taking out the trash. She takes out the trash too. I mean,
That's right.
I cook. She take out the trash. We switch roles. We don't play roles. There's no gender roles.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I would say is we don't really like play into gender roles very much. It's kind of very gender fluid.
That's very limiting to the relationship. It's almost like if I were to stay home all day, waiting on you to come home to cook a meal. I've been starving for damn 4 hours. Like, that wouldn't make sense at all.
Literally, I'm gone sometimes for like 13, 14 hours a day.
Right. Exactly. So it's about putting your pride aside. Whether you be the girl in a relationship or the guy, you got to put that aside and do what's best for the relationship. At the end of the day, y'all got to depend on each other. So, your mom ain't in your relationship, your dad ain't in your relationship, so you got to do what you got to do.
That's a good question. A lot of people, I feel like, struggle with this. Do you feel that you should involve outside people into your relationship or your relationship problems? Or like, do you ever feel that you should ask for advice?
Advice? So, I'm trying to think. Sometimes it's alright to ask for advice, but I feel like the main source that you should ask or resort to is your partner. But I feel like hearing the perspective of your homeboy is definitely something that can help you out and is useful. You can't always go to your girlfriend to solve the problem because she's in a relationship with you. So her answers are going to be biased, or his answers will be biased.
I was about to say.
You gotta get an outside source.
Sometimes it's like nice to hear. I don't do this really ever, but
What?
like, because I don't really know any other couples. Probably sometimes nice to hear like the other people experience the same thing.
Yeah.
Or like how they navigate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's also different for every couple.
I will say this: when you are talking to other people about your relationship, it's vital that you're not too
You don't share too much.
detailed. Yeah. Because you're in an intimate relationship. That privacy matters 100%. So if I'm talking to whoever it may be about my situation that is at hand, it's very vague. It's not very in detail.
It could be almost
Keeping
any
the privacy.
situation.
Yeah. Keeping it very private.
Or just very general. Like you can ask a question about a situation without telling someone the situation that you're in.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, this is the end of the video. Please let us know if there are any questions that y'all would have wished that we asked in the video. This is everything was off the top of our heads. It's definitely a freestyle video. Yeah, but go and like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your favorite point or question or
what you guys want to hear.
All that good stuff.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye y'all. Peace.